Hello, this is Douglas Robinson, and in this video I'm going to be talking about one of the many features in our upcoming Browser Administrator Client application. This tool is basically going to be a bunch of different reports, integrations, and features that can connect to and snap onto your Cherwell system to let you work and do your day-to-day tasks through a web app rather than having to be looking directly at the browser or directly at the administrator client all day long. And some of the things in here are going to be features that aren't natively available within the tool as well, including this one that we're going to be talking about today, which is our compare BizOb schema feature, or our option to compare fields from an object on one system to an object on another system. So that you can see discrepancies, like maybe one system has fields that another doesn't, and that's what we're going to look at today. There are a lot of different use cases here. One of them is if you're doing a content upgrade, which I have a project that I'll be using this on shortly. You can look and see, hey, what fields do I need to add to a map that are in this system that aren't in the out-of-the-box system? And I'm going to move all of this stuff too. There are a lot of different use cases for it. In addition to that, like maybe you've got work that hasn't been migrated from one system to another, um, all sorts of stuff. Maybe you want to compare what's different from one out-of-the-box system to another. Anyways, here's how we'll be able to use this. What I'm looking at right now is the non-signed in page for our browser administrator client. And basically what you see on this page, there are some links where you don't necessarily have to log into a Cherwell system in order to actually use them. And those are different features like maybe creating a checklist of things you need to add to a map, merging individual rules from an email monitor. We have a CSV import troubleshooter that can give you some special information about troubleshooting a CSV import, all sorts of stuff. Anyways, the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to pick one of our different Cherwell connections. And what that is basically, let me click this button right here. You can create a saved Cherwell connection using this browser tool. And once you're logged in, basically, or once you're logged into our website, you can create an account on our website. I didn't show that part. But basically, you can save, hey, I have a Cherwell server URL here. Here's my client ID. Here's my username. Here's my password. And then you can either save that to a file on your local machine, or you can save that to an account on our website, where once you go to this page, you can either click one of the saved connections that you have, or you can browse for that file on your local machine and you can upload it from there. So for me, I've saved these 4 connections to my account. I'm going to pick one of them to log in. Now, once I click on that, it's going to take us to the logged in home page for our browser client administrator tool. You may notice a familiar theme on this page, and there's useful categories off on the left-hand side. Something we'll talk about in a different video is we have a cool tool as part of this app for tracking which objects different administrators might be working on. But the functionality we're going to talk about today is under this data imports and integrations category, and it's this item right here for compare BizOb schema, because it's really cool. So basically, I selected one of my 4 servers at the beginning. I'm going to select a different one here. They're going to be blurred out because one of them is, they're going to be blurred out. But all you really need to know is that I'm selecting one system that's not out of the box, and I'm selecting another system that is out of the box so that I can look at what the differences are between them. And when I hit connect here, it's then going to retrieve a list of different business objects on that system. And I'm going to select the incident business object, and then I'm going to click compare schema. And once I do that, we're going to see a nice fancy table of all of the different fields that are available on either system. And we're going to see a nice little pretty graphic of which systems those fields actually exist on and which system those fields exist on and which system those fields don't exist on. So here you can see these are all of the fields that only exist on the second server that I selected. And up here, these are all the fields that only exist on the first server that I selected, which is a really neat comparison to have. Basically, using this, you can see maybe here's all of the fields that I need to add to a map, here's all of the fields that I haven't migrated from one system to another, things like that. And at some point, we're going to have a useful way to export this out to a PDF because it is relatively easy to do that with the framework that we've been working on. But at some point in the near future, we're going to plan to have a lot more of these videos come out on the other functionality for this browser client administrator, mainly because I've been working on it for a long, long time, and I've just been procrastinating actually shipping product and getting features out there, and it's been sitting on our store page unexplained for a while now. So, hope you like this video, and hopefully y'all will stay tuned for more.